God. Feel like that. Feel like that.
Lindsay from Readings by Lindsay. I'm sorry my face isn't on camera. My phone is going dead and I don't have a proper place to prop it up in here in my room that I'm in. So I just wanted to come today with a little bit of a midweek reading. I was just going to pull one tarot card and try to give you an overlay of the energy that's going on in the world right now and actually in some of your personal lives. It's going to be very general, obviously, but two actually popped up. We have the Three of Swords and the Three of Coins. Now, the way I'm going to interpret this for you, and I'm actually going to lay down a fairy card too. So do some research. Again, that does not surprise me with that being the overall kind of energy card that we have going on here. There's something going on. There are things going on in the world right now that neither side is correct. And people are getting hurt and people are getting disappointed because that's what's happening. Some people are physically getting hurt. Some people are mentally getting hurt. Some people are psychologically getting hurt. Some people feel like they are not being respected or like they are being taken advantage of, and they are. Trying to prove themselves and not getting the respect that they deserve. That's definitely happening. And they have people that love them, that stand beside them and know their worth and are getting angry about it. But then there's things going on between those two situations, and this is just an example, that there's, like, what I'm trying to say is there's two sides to every story. There's something going on in between them that both sides don't know. So there may be something going on with the person who, say this is at work and you're trying to get a promotion and you're working so hard and you have been working so hard and trying to prove yourself at work, and somebody else got the promotion. Well, there's something behind the scenes. There were backhand bargains and, backroom deals maybe that were made, or maybe you were working so hard and they were promising you this and promising you this to get you to work hard, knowing all the while they were going to hire outside of the company. Something like that. You don't know about that, but you're hurt. And then also your significant other is upset about this for you. They don't know about that. But then they might also not know about, the 3 times you were written up for not having your name tag on. And that could have instead accounted to that not getting that promotion. Now, let's get off the whole promotion thing, or even spouses lying to each other or family members lying to each other, because when we have the Three of Swords, that represents a broken heart. So somebody is hurting. Someone is in a situation where they are giving their all to, and it's not working. So we could look at this as a romantic situation, and you could be giving your all into a situation and trying to prove yourself as, this great spouse, but it's just, or this great partner, but that person really isn't going to be that into you. They are possibly occupied by, I'm feeling this too, that they're occupied by somebody else. Maybe you're not that you're just not their type, but they're occupied by somebody else. A lot of times the Three of Pentacles, when we can't talk about relationships, this can actually point to a 3-party situation. Someone is stepping outside of the relationship. Again, this would be something that a man or a woman, if they are being cheated on, if they are the ones being deceived, they may suspect it, but they may not know. You will know soon, because that do your research card is that overall energy that came out for midweek this week. So today's June 3rd. So by June 7th, if you don't sit in the dark and don't, just sit and not do anything about it, if you act on it, you will find out what you need to find out to some extent. But you have to believe, also, you have to believe what you see. Because right now, some of what you see, you may not be happy with. Because there are secrets and there are things going on under the surface right now that everybody doesn't know about. Like I said, this may not be with just work. This may not be with just your relationships. We could go even a step further, and we could go with health. There could be some sort of health problem that you may have, and the doctors aren't telling you everything. So it's important this week to really push and do your own research, or maybe get a second opinion, or if your intuition is telling you to do something, there's not a whole lot of water with the the cards that came up, but I would still point to intuition. I would still say, if your intuition, I always tell everybody, listen to your intuition. If your intuition's telling you to do something, do something. Because this could go with health. This actually could go with somebody having a heart problem, as a matter of fact. And there's an underlying heart issue when it comes to health. I want to point that out too. Also, I want to point out that for some of you, and I know right now it's difficult, some of you may actually, because of, what we have going on, just the way our world is right now with education, but some of you may actually, it may be time to start looking into going back to school, looking into getting another degree, or looking into getting some other sort of education, because, again, I'm going to bring back the jobs. You're not, whatever work you've either lost your job, and whatever you can get or you're getting into is not going to be your thing, or you're not going to like it. You're going to be searching for happiness, and you're not going to find happiness until you learn how to do something new, or whatever job, or you're going to have trouble going back to the same job in which you knew from before, which is going to require you to find something new. And right now this week would be a good time to start looking into opportunities of going back to school, basically, or going to get learning some other trade, or learning something new so you can do something new. Because right now there's a lot, especially with work, that's what I'm getting, especially with work and career, there's a lot of, two words I want to use, chaos and catastrophe. And I feel like this is going to be going on at least through the end of summer. I think by fall, people are probably going to start, I think, and too, that makes sense too, because, I know right now we don't know how, schools are going to operate this fall, but I do believe by fall, it'll be known that people will be able to go back to school, people will go back to school, and I think there may even be some government programs that will be passed. And I'm going to I've been saying this for months, but I need to do this soon, because I missed my whole COVID predictions, and I've said this before, 90% of them came true, and I'd like to do a video with what to expect now, what next, and I'd really like to do that soon before it gets too late, but I have not done that. But because I think you would be surprised with some of the messages that I've been receiving, and I think some of you guys might be happy, but then again, I know I will get crap, because that's why I hate talking about political science major. That's what I went to college for, but I hate talking about politics now, because it's something that people want to argue about, and they want to put their rhetoric and their beliefs into, and that's fine, but just because I believe one thing doesn't mean I need to believe your thing. And and I've made predictions that I have not liked, so just because I'm saying something doesn't mean I agree with it. It's just like, I believe Donald Trump will be reelected. Yes, I do. Do I support him? Not in the least, but that's what I see happening. There, I just unveiled one thing for you come November. But I'm going to stop this now, because I'm going off of the midweekly message, which is basically, look at it. Let's not look at it long term. Let's look at short term this week. Look underneath the surface, because you are being hurt by other people, and you're trying so hard to please these other people, and you're never going to please them. It's time to look underneath the surface and figure out, either find the truth if you need to find out the truth, or figure out new ways of doing things. And these new ways of doing things will lead to big, giant changes in your life. So that's the message for today. And I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day.